After 8 hours of rehearsal, the walls of the studio are dripping with sweat and the mirrors are all fogged up. Our guest teacher, who just so happens to be a Radio City Rockette, is lecturing us all to practice tonight. All of a sudden, my friend's bracelet snaps and beads scatter all over the floor. This scenario happened within the dance studio that I pretty much grew up in, and that altered the way that I see the world and how people perceive me. As a little girl, I always watched everyone dance, and it was my dream to be one of the big girls dancing. There's 4 main rooms that we rehearse and take class in. As a little girl, I always watched the big girls specifically in room D. That's the main big girl room, and now that I'm considered one, I'm the one making all of the memories in there. I have so many memories that range from crying when our favorite teacher was leaving to being bent over laughing, making jokes while our teacher Charlie pretended to not laugh along with us in the corner. There's rooms A and B, which aren't the favorite rooms as they're the smaller of the 4, but they also have their own really random inconvenient aspects. They each have a metal pole in them, which you wouldn't think to be very convenient in a dance room. It gets whacked, hit, head-butted, ran into very frequently, and gives us all some really nice bruises along our arms and legs, and occasionally your forehead. Room A also has a diagonal wall in the corner, so if you happen to be staged in that corner of the room, be prepared to have to mark the whole entire rest of your dance because you're on top of a wall. There's not much you can do. There's also room C, which is the tap room. Tapping beats up the floor really easily, so it gets dirty really fast. The whole studio is deep cleaned every Sunday, so when we have our long rehearsal days on Saturday and you have a rehearsal without shoes in that room, be prepared to walk out of the room with the bottoms of your feet pretty much black. Since we're at the studio all the time, we of course get breaks, and there's certain areas you tend to find us in. The main area is the locker room. The locker room has benches all along the walls that we all set our stuff on and occasionally take naps on too. There's a bathroom, there's showers, there's mirrors. Pretty much, it's our chill area. We can't eat in there, however, so we eat in the lobby. The lobby has a microwave, set of table and chairs, counters, a fridge, all the basic necessities. It's kind of like our little kitchen within the studio. That microwave, let me tell you, is my saving grace of the studio. I probably make food in it about 3 times a week, which doesn't seem like a lot, but for a place that I don't live at, it's kind of impressive. It's like we have our own little family meetings with our not-so-much dance family there every Saturday. And then we have the office. The office is where everything in the studio is run from. But for us dancers, it's where we go to fix anything going wrong on our bodies at the time, which is a lot of things all of the time. There's Band-Aids, ibuprofen, Tylenol, athletic tape, water, hair ties, anything you can imagine, it's probably in the office. But there's one scenario that happens way too frequently. I hobble my way into the office, grab a Band-Aid and some athletic tape and sit down on the floor. Rob knows the drill, who runs the office, and gives me scissors and talks to me while I tape my foot up because I just ripped off a chunk of my skin. Happens a lot. Promise it doesn't hurt as bad as it sounds. Even with all of the pain I go through in the office, I wouldn't change it for the world. With all the time I spend in the studio, it's just a part of my identity. Memories made in the rooms have shaped me, let alone rehearsal memories, but break time ones just as much so. I could go on and tell you so many stories and give you every little detail down to where the Marley has bumps and where a little kid pulled on the carpet and it started to fray. But those small details don't matter to you guys. But those small details can stick with someone. So the sweaty studio walls and the beads scattered along the floor will stick with me forever.